So, Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders finally launched in North America yesterday and a little bit into today. And I just kind of wanted to discuss my whole experience with pre-ordering this console because it was quite a wild ride. And in fact, we had a whole operation going to make sure that we got this console. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So let's talk about the setup. Before we get into this, we need to discuss that because it is very crucial that we increase our chances as much as possible to try and get this, because I've never pre-ordered anything like this to this scale, because the Switch 2 is quite a hot ticket item right now, so we had to come prepared. So I invited my family to help me out with this, and they were very much on board. And the scheme that we came up with was 3 different computers and like a million different accounts. Every store that had Switch 2 pre-orders, we had an account for. GameStop, Best Buy, Walmart, everything. I made 3 different accounts yesterday for myself and for my mom, my dad, everybody. Everybody was on board helping out with this. So, let's jump right into yesterday, which was, what was it? It was Walmart's pre-orders. And we were very much on the tail end of things because the pre-orders came up and we didn't see it right away, but towards the next few minutes they started popping up, which was already too late for the console. Unfortunately, we were not able to grab the console. However, I luckily had the accessories tab open on my computer, so I was able to refresh, and everything was available for pre-order. I'm gonna try and have screenshots of everything that I ended up taking, but my focus was definitely on trying to get as many things as possible. So basically my list of things that I wanted was, of course, the console, Donkey Kong Bonanza, because I'm not sure how hot ticket item that would be. And the other thing that I wanted was a Switch 2 Pro controller. And thankfully, thank God, I had the accessories tab open on my computer. Otherwise, I would not have been able to pre-order it. So I added the Pro controller to my cart, and knowing that they can just rip it right out, I just wanted to get to the checkout as fast as possible. So I ended up doing that, and bam, we got ourselves a pre-order for the Pro controller. So now I am financially binded to the Switch 2. I need the console now. I've already got the Pro controller. I need to get this, bro. I need to get the console. So unfortunately, wasn't able to get the console. Now, when the Walmart pre-orders came out, we actually thought that Best Buy was hosting theirs at midnight. We were wrong. I received an email about 1 p.m. yesterday that I didn't read until after the fact that said that pre-orders for the Switch 2 for Best Buy were launching at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is kind of crazy because at 10 a.m., or at 11 a.m. actually, I actually had an obligation to be at school. I had something to do there, and which meant that I would be busy and I would need to get this frickin' console ASAP, literally as soon as I possibly could. So, we made the decision to wake up super early tomorrow, or to, we made the decision to wake up super early to try and get this console, and what a decision that was, because we woke up and at 7 a.m. we were ready as all can be to get the Switch 2 pre-order for Best Buy. And lo and behold, they take forever to get the listing on there. We were probably like 15 minutes after. We finally get the listing on Best Buy, but we have to wait through a queue now to get into the website. And after that queue was done, it actually turned out that the listings were never actually up for Best Buy. And everyone thought they were sold out. I knew they weren't because it would have said out of stock. It literally just said it wasn't available, which probably means that they didn't put it up at all. So I don't know what was going on with Best Buy. I don't know if they had technical issues or if they were just being ridiculous. I mean, they were being ridiculous because we couldn't get the frickin' pre-order. But we persevered and whatnot, but I mean, I was growing impatient. This had been about an hour and a half after 7 a.m. and I was ready to go. I needed to go to class. I needed to go and set everything up because this is the last thing that I have to do to graduate. So I ended up just kind of leaving Best Buy in the hands of my parents to hopefully get a pre-order, while GameStop and I believe a few other stores were having their pre-orders at 10 a.m. So, I was in class, and I was trying to get a pre-order for the Switch 2, of course, because again, we didn't have any confirmation that the console was going to be available anywhere else. So GameStop was our last hope. At least I thought, but we'll get to that later. So GameStop had their listings public well beforehand. So I had both of them open. The original Switch, they had the Switch 2 bundle with Mario Kart and the one without. I didn't care which one I got at that point. I just wanted to get one. So we ended up, I had both of them open in 2 different tabs, and we are about 10 minutes away from 10 a.m. And I ended up making the decision to refresh the page, because why wouldn't you? And here we go. GameStop decided that we need to have a 4-hour queue. A 4-hour queue, which I really hope I got a screenshot of, but you can probably go on Nintendo Twitter just to see. But you go on the GameStop website, and boom, you have to wait 4 hours. Now, thankfully, it didn't take 4 hours for the website, for the queue to actually go through, thankfully. But by the time I had gotten back into the GameStop website, they had a big banner on the front of their website, which I know I have saved, that says Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders sold out. So sorry for the random cut. This is about like 5 days later. I was gonna scrap this video because I actually got a different pre-order from somewhere else, but I felt like the story was just really interesting. I don't know why there were only 2 people in this lobby. Either way, I just kind of wanted to expand upon this video because this is not where the story ends at all. And it was actually during the making or editing of this video where things kind of flipped on its head, and I kind of just delayed it or was gonna cancel it. But basically we're gonna get right into it. So yeah, GameStop was essentially sold out for their online pre-orders, which, whoop-de-McFrick, that's kind of the story that's been going on. It is currently April 29th, by the way, of recording. I was previously recording on, I believe, the 24th. Not entirely sure, but basically, Best Buy, I got a text message from my parent that basically said that they were able to get a Switch 2. They actually were in the Best Buy queue to get one in line. And basically you had to wait for a queue to add it to your cart, then you add it to your cart, and then you get another queue to actually check out and buy. And very luckily, I think it was my dad that was actually able to get in line and get it. And goddamn, that was incredible. Absolutely insane that we were actually able to get a pre-order online. However, what actually changed was the GameStop. And what actually happened was I was on GameStop's website, and while getting screenshots for the video I was previously making, I found out that GameStop was telling people to check in-store availability, which means basically you have to go into the store and get the console and pre-order and whatnot. So instead of doing it online, you can do it that way. So I was like, surely they don't have any in my store. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. It's way late. It's too late for that to even be a thing. And I search my city's GameStop, all of the locations and whatnot, and yeah, they had them. They just had them. They had them probably about like 6-7 hours after the store opened, which I didn't think was even possible because these things usually sell out. Like, you hear stories about people waiting in line at GameStop and all these other stores to get the console. But no, they just had them. So we had the Best Buy pre-order. I had my Switch 2 Pro controller pre-order and whatnot. I drove down there and I went to go and see if they still had them, and they did. They had them in the store, and I was like, damn. So I decided to pre-order the console, the Mario Kart bundle in GameStop, as well as the Pro controller, so that I could get everything in one place and get everything on launch day, because why not? Like, you might as well. I had it at Walmart, and we had one at Best Buy, but I'm like, I don't want to wait for this thing to ship. If I can get it in person, then why not? Why wouldn't I? So, yeah, I was able to get a Switch 2 in person, and I'm gonna be able to get it on June 5th. And yeah, no, like I said, I was gonna scrap this video, but I just felt like this is such a funny story, and it's kind of crazy still. Like, I'm still very baffled that I was able to actually grab this freaking console. But that was the main goal, was to try and get it in person. But after the Walmart debacle, I was like, I gotta try and lock in to get this online, because I just need a pre-order. I need a guarantee, I need assurance that I'm not gonna have to worry about like tariffs. I'm not gonna have to worry about anything else. Like, I'm actually gonna be all good. And that is the biggest positive that came out of this, was the fact that I had a pre-order. And I just want to give a shout out to my family for helping out with this whole thing, because I would not have been here without that. I would not have been able to get anywhere close to getting a pre-order with Best Buy and Walmart and whatever. They were huge. They were instrumental, because they ended up helping me as I had something to attend to with school on that day, and they actually managed to get a pre-order. My mom actually was in the Best Buy queue, or to actually check out, and she ended up getting kicked out of it right after. Like, she had to wait like a billion hours for it, and it was ridiculous. The whole pre-order thing was an absolute mess. I'm not gonna lie to you, but GameStop was very good. I enjoyed GameStop's service. They were absolutely amazing at the store. They asked me if I wanted to put they had to put a $300 deposit down on it, and I literally was so, I was so over it. I was like, I'm just gonna buy the entire thing. So, I'm not gonna have any issues getting this console as long as they maintain my pre-order. We should be very much okay. I'll keep you guys posted on streams and whatnot, but that was essentially my experience with getting a Switch 2. So, the aftermath of it all, I still had a pre-order at Best Buy, and I also had a pre-order for a Pro Controller. And given that I had a Pro Controller already set with GameStop at this point, I was like, what's the point of me having one for Best Buy? So I wanted to see if the Switch 2 Pro Controller was compatible with the original Switch, and if it was, then it would probably be something that I would give to a family member or something like that. And I contacted Nintendo support. I think I've got a screenshot. I contacted Nintendo support, and no, you cannot use the Switch 2 Pro Controller on the original Switch, which I guess makes sense, but at the same time, it kind of sucks, because now I canceled that pre-order because there's no need for it. The Best Buy Switch, we were thinking of giving it, or not giving it, we were thinking of selling it to someone else that we know in person that wasn't able to get a pre-order, and of course we would have sold it to them at the price that we bought it for. We're not scalpers. I mean, I think I told this story on stream, but I used to collect amiibos, and the worst thing ever was going to a store, not having the stock, and then talking to the employees that were basically just saying, yeah, someone just came in and bought all of them. It's ridiculous. I hate scalpers, and I don't wish to ever become one. So, yeah, no one was willing to, or no one actually could buy it at the time, so we ended up refunding the Best Buy pre-order. So everything we ended up pre-ordering online kind of got canceled. So that's why I kind of put a pin in this video, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna upload it. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's such a funny story, and I really enjoyed the experience of actually being able to pre-order such a console. So if you guys are excited for Switch 2, leave a comment below about what you think I should make videos on, because it's a little over a month away. I'm very excited. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.